So the worst mask award goes to Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. So 1988, Halloween again, and his mask. It is really the worst. These thin eyebrows like we used to have in school, like in 2000. So, did you know though, John Carpenter actually made the theme tune to Halloween, the da 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 da. He actually did the theme tune himself. So, did I say David Carpenter then, or John Carpenter? John Carpenter did it anyway. So the Halloween 4 is about a little girl called Jamie. She's currently staying with foster parents, foster mum and dad, and foster sister Rachel. So this is based around Jamie and Rachel. So it shows a tiny bit at the start of Jamie, and Michael Myers is under a bed and tries pulling her, and he's chasing her with a knife. But it turns out that's a dream. But in the dream, it also shows you pictures of Laurie. So it's like, what's the connection to Jamie and Laurie? Which we find out. So she's having nightmares about Michael Myers. She's living with a foster family. At the beginning as well, Michael Myers is in some kind of secure place, unconscious. I'm guessing they keep him sedated and strapped down. And it's been 10 years since the Laurie thing at Halloween. So yeah, 10 years on, and Michael Myers has been sedated in this place. So today's the day that he's being transferred. So there's like 2 medical people in like an ambulance that come and get him to transfer him. So it's Michael Myers, and this, you can tell them at this secure place cannot wait to see the back of him. So all these people, all this team at their end, but there's only 2 people to collect him to transfer him. No police, no guns, no nothing. So obviously, you know what's going to happen. He's in the back of the ambulance thing, and he wakes up and he attacks the 2 medical people in that medical vehicle. He just uses his hands. He grabs the guy's face, literally puts his thumb through his flesh and kills him. Later on in the film, it doesn't show anything other than that. Later on in the film, just show back to the ambulance thing, and there's just blood everywhere. So it was kind of looked like it was like a bloodbath. He literally slaughtered the 2 people to death. But yeah, so Michael Myers is off and out again, no longer sedated. When he was in there as well, they had his face bandaged up, so they didn't have no sheets on his face. He wasn't covered up. He just had a bandages around his face. Yet again, it's Halloween, and they are trying to transfer Michael Myers. Halloween 1, what happened? He was being escorted to the courts, wasn't he? So that happened. It didn't work. Halloween 2, there was like, they couldn't kill him, so how on earth do they think he's going to die? Then you get to Halloween 4, and here we are again. They're moving him, and he's not dead. He didn't even die in the fire in number 2. He can't die, so I don't know what to think about this moving him. He was in there safely for 10 years with nothing happen. Try and move him again, shit goes down. Right, so yeah, we also learned this time that Dr. Loomis did survive the fire. So Michael survived the fire, Dr. Loomis did. Laurie's nowhere to be seen in this whole film, apart from it shows her in pictures twice. Like I said, it showed you the picture when Jamie was looking for pictures in the dream, and there was a picture of Laurie. Right, what else? The weather. And the weather is Halloween, and the weather was exactly the same as in the first one. It was windy, it was wet. Maybe they should do it during the daytime when it's not dark and windy and wet. Or when it's not Halloween. So, yeah, thumb through the face. Jamie. Well, it says that Jamie's parents have been dead for 11 months. So, that's interesting. Yeah. So, bear that in mind. And mum and dad are dead. But Dr. Lewis is looking really, really old and dishevelled. He's got burns on one side of his face, but somehow still has all his hair. His other side of the face is fine. Everywhere's fine. Just got this burn on his face here. It shows little Jamie at school. She's honestly the most adorable little girl I've ever seen. So cute, so pretty. And she's at school and the kids are bullying her. They're bullying her. Saying she's an orphan. Like chanting it at her, chasing her out of the school. She gets out of the school, she's having a little cry, but then foster sister Rachel pulls up with a friend in the car. So they then head to a shop to get, because Jamie decides she wants to go trick-or-treating. I think it's a kind of FU to the kids, like for like winding her up and stuff, and taunting her. So they go to get an outfit, and it's Rachel's kind of boyfriend works there. So she's having a chat with him saying, oh, we can't meet tonight because I've got a babysit. Halloween, parents again, leaving the kids and a babysitting. So Rachel's going to be babysitting Jamie on Halloween night. What can you do? What can you do? They never learn. Haddonfield people never learn. So yeah, she decides to go there because they've got costumes on offer. Jamie sees Michael Myers' reflection in the mirror and she falls and smashes the mirror. Luckily, Jamie's not hurt. No cuts, no nothing, so that's good. So she's planning on seeing Brady that night. I think she wants him to go around while she's babysitting. So that's that. She gets a costume. You won't even believe what costume she gets. Not good. So Dr. Loomis is hunting Michael Myers in the meantime, following a kind of trail, I'm guessing, because he's left that emergency truck in blood and all sorts. So kind of follows the trail for Michael because he couldn't have got very far because he was still bandaged up and things, wasn't he? So manages to catch up to him, finds a shop thing where he's killed the worker. He sees Michael, Dr. Loomis and Michael literally face to face, opposite in the room. And he's saying, Michael, stop this, please don't go to Haddonfield. He's like, don't go back to Haddonfield. Stood there, Michael just literally just stands there and kind of does nothing. Dr. Loomis starts shooting, realises it's a reflection of Michael's. So wouldn't that technically mean if he's facing here and he sees Michael and he sees him there and there's a reflection, wouldn't that mean he's behind him? But he wasn't. So I don't know how this bits like that in the film, but you know it's 80s, isn't it? So they were still learning. So Michael doesn't kill Dr. Loomis. He just leaves him. Gets a big truck, goes out. The whole bloody place goes on fire. I bet Dr. Loomis is just sick to death of flames at this point. But after that, Michael's learnt to drive. So he's driving this big lorry, drives it off. And obviously it's heading back to Haddonfield. No shit, Sherlock. So the next bit is Dr. Loomis obviously has no way of getting to Haddonfield. So he tries hitchhiking, bless him. So you get these young ones pulling over, then skidding off being dicks, basically. Pretend they were going to help him with a ride and then spun off. Just stupid. Then somebody does pull up behind him and it's like an old priest. Seems a bit nutty. Offers him a drink. So I'd rather be in that ride if I was him anyway. So he gets a trip to Haddonfield that way. The next scene is Rachel and Jamie, and it's Halloween night, and the parents are just about to leave. Something to do with work. It's work related, so they're not just out on the piss on a night out, going clubbing. It is something work related. Why the foster parents are going out. So then Jamie and Rachel go trick or treating. This bit pissed me off. Right, so they're trick-or-treating at one of the doors and a girl called Kelly opens the door in a little t-shirt with bloody candy for the kids and he stood in the back. Oh, it's only Brady, isn't it? Only Brady without his top on. the cheater. I bet she's fuming. I'd be going in there, me, if I were Rachel. I'd be throwing sweets all over it, sure. So, yeah. So we learned that Brady. Sounds weird when I say it. Brady is the cheat. And I were not happy. So she has a little tiff. Nothing much. She's quite calm compared to what I'd be or what anybody else would be. Then they've had the tiff. She walks off. Jamie's gone. Jamie nowhere to be seen. So then obviously Rachel's off in a huff. She's fuming. She's caught her boyfriend cheating. She's lost her foster sister. So she's going around looking for her. Like she's being, you can sense somebody's following you. She can sense that the whole time. Jamie's in the same boat. She feels like she's being followed the whole time. But they finally do manage to meet in the street. But there is a blackout. Have a guess who caused the blackout? Yes, I'm on Michael. Yeah, it was at the power. I don't know what it's classed as, a power plant or like where they have all the power thing. So we'd thrown the guy into the power wires, power poles, power whatever they are, and it had cut out all the electric on the whole of Haddonfield. So there's no lights, no nothing. But as they've just met, Dr. Loomis and the new sheriff, it's new sheriff as well, by the way. The old sheriff had retired. So the new sheriff is with Dr. Loomis, and they're just about to get the girls in the car, and they see several Michael Myers masks planted around. Turns out it's not none of them that are Michael Myers, and it's just teenagers being prats. So luckily none of them got shot or killed this time. So they get in the car and off they pop. So the next thing, you won't believe where they have to go. But in this meantime anyway, they're not in Rachel and Jamie's house, are they? Michael Myers has been there. He's been in the house. He's found pictures of Laurie and killed the dog. Like, yeah. I hate when that happens in things. Like, I probably would have. I don't like dogs dying, but cats is the worst for me. It really makes me sad. If a child dies in something like, and it shows, I can't watch them. I think they're sick and then they're sick, isn't there? Yeah, really sick when it comes to kids and cats. But that dog didn't deserve anything. I don't understand why he had to do that. But it's Michael Myers. Nothing is explainable. At least he kept the babies alive in the hospital in the last one, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, and Jamie is dressed as a clown. Not just any clown, the same clown outfit as Michael wore when he was 6, when he killed his sister Judith. So, not impressed there. So now they've got Jamie and Rachel in the car, they head back to the sheriff station, only to find yet another bloodbath. Not a single survivor in the sheriff's office. So he's been there as well. He's getting about Michael Myers tonight, tell you. Yeah, so they're there. There's no phones, no electric, blah, 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 blah now. So obviously, before when I said all the power was out, the bar mob got together before the power outage, or else they wouldn't have seen the news on the telly. So I got that the wrong way round. So next thing, they drive to the sheriff's house. Guess who happens to be the sheriff's daughter? This Kelly, where Brady is as well. Brady the cheat with this Kelly. Still there in a little freaking t-shirt.
Cute t-shirt though.
So there's Rachel, Jamie, the sheriff, Dr. Loomis, Kelly and Brady all in this house. And the sheriff's deputy too. So they barricaded all the doors, the windows. Brady sent up to the loft to make sure it's secure. Jamie and Rachel are in the bedroom. Rachel's just getting James to sleep. Kelly's in the kitchen, in a t-shirt still, making brews, cuppers, coffees, what have you, for everybody. So when Jamie falls asleep, Kelly goes downstairs. Rachel goes to the kitchen where Kelly is making the coffees. Kelly apparently says that she didn't know that Rachel and Brady were a thing. clearly tell she's lying, and Rachel tells her that she knows she's lying. Everybody knew. Well, she knew that they were together. So she has a little bitch at her saying, "Oh well, it will teach her, basically teach her next time to get a move on, or you'll lose another man." I'm like, what? Bitch. So Rachel throws coffee over Kelly, which is well deserved. Then Rachel goes back to check on Jamie, I think. She goes back upstairs to check on Jamie. Brady's in the loft still, and Kelly goes in the front room to where the deputy is. Puts the coffees down. Pitch black, so she lights a candle. As soon as she lights the candle, she sees the deputy's dead. So next thing, Michael's behind her, kills her off as well, which she finally actually had some clothes on. I don't know, she must have, in between making the coffee, stuck a bloody proper shirt on and gone in that, bit of decency, because it was the sheriff's bloody deputy. So she's dead, the deputy's dead. Then, obviously, Rachel notices that everybody's dead, and he's like, oh my god. Brady comes down, they can't get out the front door. It's like, oh, for God's sake. They're stuck in this house. They know Michael's in this house. He shoots to try and break the front door. The front door won't break. It's made of metal, obviously. For all looks made of metal. So as they're making their way back up the stairs, James at the top of the stairs is telling Rachel and Jamie to go up to the loft. Well, Michael's coming up the first lot of stairs to them, because it's stairs to the first floor, stairs up to the loft. So Brady's on the first floor now with the shotgun. Michael's coming up. Can he get the shotgun to work? No, can he, balls? Useless, absolutely useless. So, can't get the gun to work. So he tries his face and crushes his face. Again, his hand's going through flesh again. Like, what's with this film now? And flesh, and hands, and thumbs in the flesh. It's crazy. But yeah, all I kept saying was telling Rachel and Jamie to go up to the loft bit. So they do finally get up there, break the window. As they're up there breaking the window, Michael manages to find another knife. It was like a kitchen knife. Just pulls it off some side somewhere. I don't know how I'm sure they call out to him. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe knives call out to him wherever he goes. Wherever they are, he finds them. So they get out the window, they're on the roof. Oh my god. Rachel has put Jamie on her back on the roof. It's crazy. So they're trying to climb about. They slide down a few times, but manage to climb over. Then Michael's on the roof, coming towards them. And Rachel manages to tie some like little rope thing round Jamie's waist to try and lower her down. So Rachel's lowering her, and Jamie's like half and half in between the ground and the roof. So Michael's coming towards her. So luckily, Jamie manages to get onto some side bits to start climbing down. Rachel ends up with her hands gripped on the side, and he's trying to slash and she's moving, but she ends up falling. Like, obviously, at that point, she's gone from the 3rd floor to the ground, so you don't know at that point whether she's alive or dead. So Jamie goes over to her, checking if she's alright. Within 2 seconds, literally, 1, 2, Michael's there, again, stood there, right next to Jamie, so he's come down 3 flights of stairs, through doors that people couldn't get out of, and he's down there on the ground near Jamie. So she runs off. Rachel's unconscious. Who does Jamie run straight into around the corner in these empty, dark streets? Dr. Bloody Loomis is there again, just in time. So he takes her to the kids' school. So when they go through the school, the sirens go like the school like a burglar alarm goes off once they get in the school. I'm thinking, oh no, it's gonna know where you are, but Dr. Loomis did it so open that it'd make other people, like police and stuff, aware that they were there, and then they'd hopefully get help. But then again, within 2 seconds, guess who appears straight away, picks up Dr. Loomis, throws him through a glass door. It's a door, like one of them doors with the glass pains. Yeah, so he gets thrown through there. Then obviously Michael's after Jamie, poor Jamie, and she's getting dragged. But who appears? Bloody Rachel with a fire extinguisher, and she manages to rescue Jamie again. So Rachel and Jamie are outside, and as they get outside, the town mob thing that they'd made, you know, the little mob with the guns. At first they were like, oh, let's go in and kill Michael, and then they realise that it's not a good idea. It's not going to happen. So they all get in the truck, get Jamie and Rachel in the front, and all like drive off. They pass all the troops coming into Haddonfield as they're exiting Haddonfield, because they want to get out of Haddonfield with Jamie and Rachel to get them safe. So they all fly past each other. One officer and the car stop to ask like what's happening. They were like, oh, we've got these 2 young girls. We're going to get them out of Haddonfield, get them to safety. They're told by the officer that 4 miles down the road is like loads of help. So that's good. He's got his talk. On the car, on the back of the truck, waves them off. Next thing, 30 seconds, but not even 30 seconds down the road, a hand and a knife on the back of the truck. Michael's climbing over from the back of the truck. So I'm guessing he mustn't have been on the back clinging on. He must have been underneath. Somehow, this big massive whopper carrying a knife was underneath the car, the truck. Climbs up the back, kills 3 of the men that sat on the back of the truck, and hand through the window at the driver. Kills him again with his hand. A hand through the flesh. And yes, so he kills him while he's kind of on the roof, flat on the roof, hand through the window. So Rachel and Jamie again are just like, what the hell? Why will he not leave us alone? Rachel ends up managing to take over the car and driving it to get him off. So she's weaving all over, left and right, right and left, doing what she can to get him off. Does what the best thing that you can do, speed up, slam your brakes on, and he goes flying off the car. Obviously, get straight back up. It's Michael Myers, that's what he does. Straight back up, and he's back up again. So she's like, right, had enough of this guy. Guy is ruining my Halloween. So she puts it into drive and goes full pelt at him. Hits him, carries on hitting him. I swear to God, when it hits him, you can see, it looks like his body snaps. It's like he's straight, and then it's as if he snaps onto the bonnet. But obviously it's Michael Myers, so probably not. So he's in this ditch, and loads of police cars all pull up. All the sirens blaring, and Rachel's like looking, and they're all coming out. Next thing, like, where's Jamie? Look, she's gone over, actually. She's gone over to Michael. I don't know why. It might be just it's like I realised before. You don't realise, but Michael Myers is Jamie's uncle. It's her uncle. Laurie, if Laurie is her mum, as it's showing, then that's her uncle. But the only thing is, with it, I don't understand why it says Laurie's a mum, because it said her parents died 11 months ago. But we know that Laurie is in till the end. When we've watched all the movies, we know she's in it till the end. But in this one, it shows that her parents died. So did she go into hiding? I can't remember. Maybe she went into hiding. But why would you leave your daughter in Haddonfield, in the place where if he ever got out, he'd go to? So I'm relearning everything that I know about Michael Myers and what happens in each episode, because there's that many. It's like, right, which is which. So that's why one of the reasons I wanted to do this. So yeah, so Laurie is Jamie's mum. Jamie is now in foster care after being with this foster family for 11 months, and Michael Myers is her uncle. So yeah, she manages to get him. He's in the ditch. Jamie stood there. They all shout Jamie to come back over, so she starts coming over. Michael gets up, knife in hand. It would have happily killed Jamie there and then. Then all the troops start shooting, so he gets shot about 15 times, I'd say. 12 to 15 times. And he falls in a hole. It's like a hole in the floor, like there's wood everywhere. So it's probably like something old that's got like a basement and he's just fell through, or could be like an old grave. I don't know what it is, but it just reminded me. So So it's almost like a little happy ending then, isn't it? So at the end, they're all back at Rachel and Jamie's house. So there's Rachel, Jamie, Rachel's mum and dad, Jamie's foster parents. Dr. Loomis is there, 3 police guys. So it's like, oh, everybody's alright. Although Rachel looks a bit traumatised. The mum says, I'm going to take Jamie upstairs. So she's upstairs running Jamie's bath. Jamie's still in a clown costume and decides to add a mask and a pair of scissors. Have a guess what she does. She goes and stabs her foster mum with scissors, looking exactly like Michael Myers did when he was 6 years old. So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So then the next thing, Jamie's at the top of the stairs, Dr. Loomis is there, all the other people, Dr. Loomis pulls his gun out as he was going to shoot her, and they're like, obviously the other police officers and foster dad are like, no to Dr. Loomis, and they're all looking at her like, oh my god, what the hell? What has she done? What is going on? Like, is this for real? So, yeah, it's like, you want to see Dr. Loomis? So he's like, no! Because he can't believe it, and he's got a feeling that he knows why. Well, he seems to know Michael more than anyone, but he still don't know to shoot him in the face, like Laurie did in number 2. I don't know. So that is number 4. So we've done Halloween 1, Halloween 2. We skipped number 3 because it's nothing to do with Michael Myers. And then we've done number 4, the resurrection of Michael Myers. So, oh no, the return, isn't it? The return of Michael Myers. See, one day I will remember these in order. I'm going to make sure I learn for myself, because my memory, I've got really bad memory. So I struggle with things, but I need to get this on the list so that I know them all in order, and I would die happy bunny. What kind of thing is that for a bucket list? Knowing all the Michael Myers films in order before you die? I don't know, it's just how my strange mind works. So next we'll be doing Halloween 5, which is the revenge of Michael Myers. And this was just a year later after number 4. So will Jamie Lee Curtis be back as Laurie? We shall see.